So, what is presence? What does it mean? We all use this word presence. There's a whole industry which I'm part of, which is about training people to be present. Books written about it. Many books actually called Presence. I'm writing my own book about the 8 principles of presence, which I'm trying to get finished and I hope to get published this year. But what do we actually mean when we use the word presence? I mean, if all these people like me are busy mentoring and training people and claiming that we can help you be more present and have presence, it's going to improve the quality of your life, improve the quality of your work and your communication and your management skills, help you achieve your dreams and objectives. Well, surely we ought to be able to define what presence actually is. It would be useful, huh? Unfortunately, it's not quite that easy. Some of the most important and fundamental things in life are not that easy to define. In my earlier career, the first half of my career, working as a teacher and director and performer, my main focus was on ensemble. In fact, my first book, published in 2013, was called Encountering Ensemble. What's ensemble? Well, it's that sort of invisible connection between people. You can't really quite define it, though, I did my best in Encountering Ensemble, and because there was 40 other writers contributing to that book, we all did our best, but something we can all recognise, but we can't quite define. Love. The whole culture of the world is obsessed with love. Right across national, religious, all other boundaries. What is love? Does he, she, it love me? Love is all you need. Well, you can talk about love from an anthropological point of view, from an evolutionary point of view, a biological point of view, an emotional point of view, a spiritual point of view, and all those perspectives add something to our understanding, but none of them are complete. That little 4-letter word, love, is actually very confusing and unknowably complex. Yet, at the same time, it's simple, because most of us have experienced love. Well, the same's true of presence. It's a fundamental human experience that we can't always define, but we all recognise. Many ways of talking about it, of course. I read a lot of books on presence, one which was by a group of 4 academics, which I think was called Presence, sort of defined presence as an understanding that came by immersing yourself in the spiritual interconnectedness of all living things. It's actually a great book. It's really interesting. It's about managing change in organisations. A really important book by Amy Cuddy approaches the idea of presence from a sort of social, psychological point of view. Hers is a really important book. It deals also with the use of body language. She's got a great TED talk by Amy Cuddy as well, which you should go find somewhere. Her book's called Presence as well. There's another one by Patsy Rosenberg, who, like me, comes from the world of performance. Her book's called Presence as well, I think. Note to self, when I get around to finally publishing my book, don't call it Presence. But all of these books approach presence from a different perspective. None of them quite answer the question about what presence is, and I don't suppose my book will either. It's not a simple thing, but what is clear to me is presence isn't a thing. It's not a lump of something you can put on a table and say that is presence. Just like you can't point at something and say that is love. They're not things. They're ways of being. Presence is a way of being. And if you stop doing the thing necessary to be present, you stop having presence. Because you see, presence is about being present. Too simple? Maybe. But also definitely true. If you want to have presence, you have to be present. Presence is the quality of being that emerges from open, responsive, aware attention to the present moment. Techniques of presence, the principles and the exercises and activities that I teach and mentor people in, have two fundamental purposes. The first is to help you be more open to each moment. And the second is to help us notice and reject distraction. Distraction. Distraction is the enemy of presence. Distraction needs to be resisted. If you are distracted by thinking about something other than what is actually happening, you're not present in the moment. And if you're not present in the moment, you can't have presence. If you're not present in the moment, you don't get to react to the moment as it actually is. Instead, you react to your opinions about the moment, or your assumptions, or your fears. Presence, it might seem like a mysterious state. It isn't. Presence is our natural state. You're present now. You're always present. Presence is reality. It's not that we have to become present. Our work is to stop not being present. And what stops us being present? Distraction. Our work, what I train people in, is to notice and to eradicate our tendency to get distracted. Once you're not distracted, you're present. Training presence is not principally about learning how to do things. Training presence is primarily a process of stopping doing things. It's about stopping being distracted. Easier said than done, of course, but that's the work. Presence is your natural state. And enhancing presence is a process of opening up to and developing the confidence fearlessly to respond to the actual reality of what's happening now. You live in the present. You naturally have presence. If you want more information on this, anything else you see on this channel, please go to my website www.johnbritton.co. There's a contact form there. Feel free to drop me a message or leave a comment in the box below, or if you want to subscribe to this channel, because I'll be putting up more videos as we go. Some of them like this, quite technical videos, some of them a little bit more idiosyncratic, what I happen to be experiencing or thinking about on any given day. Thanks for watching.